Hey everybody, and welcome to Pre-Civilization Bronze Age. I'm sure this game looks a little bit different than what we're used to, but one, I wanted to try something new, and two, I wanted to try something a little bit simpler. We're going to do several of these little flash games over the next couple of weeks in preparation for the next lore video. I figure if I sit down and take a week out and make these videos, I'll have more than enough time to make a lore video or two that I've been wanting to work on. And then that also means that we'll be getting the Spooky's Jump Scare Mansion let's play pretty well right before we get the lore video that I plan on making for it. But anyway, you know how I am. I don't like to talk about it unless I have it right in front of me, and what I have right in front of me today is this Pre-Civilization Bronze Age. Now, if you ever played any kind of like flash games whenever you were younger, or you like playing unblocked games at your school or whatever, you probably played either Bronze Age or its successor, the Marble Age. It's a pretty fun little game. I like the later games even better, but if I plan on doing Marble Age, I figure I might as well do Bronze Age too. So let's go ahead and hop into it. I'm going to make us a little civilization, and we're going to play on the standard difficulty here, the Chieftain. We're not going to play on any of the harder or easier difficulties, and we're going to just I like naming it some gobbledygook. Tribetuyal. That looks cool. So I already know how to play, so we're not going to go through the game provided tutorial, but I will talk about it a little bit as we get into it. So basically, we've got a whole bunch of resources to manage here, and it could be a little bit overbearing the first time that you play it. But basically, you kind of want to keep this danger here underneath the 10%, which is something that the tutorial teaches you, and you pump guys into the into this this field, which produces you resources. Now, food is what you need to grow your population. Population is calculated by the amount of food surplus that you have, and then based on your general population and then later buildings, you can get these building points, production points, and culture points, which is like your tech trees. So for buildings anyway, you've got several little this and that buildings that you can see these buffs for down in the bottom left, or I guess rather the boons that you get from constructing these. And then for our technology path, you can see that we've got several different ways that we can go. Right now we're in the 6000 BC, so from 6000 BC till 4000 BC we'll only be able to unlock these this first little category of tech, and then once we hit below 4000 or above, I suppose depending on how you look at it, we'll move into this middle one, as long as we have the precursor tech. So anyway, my general strategy is to move forward with as much getting as much food made as possible. Now thankfully we don't have any danger for the first couple of turns, which is good, because then we can just spec entirely into getting our economy up and running with the food. So I'm just going to take a look here. I pretty much have an idea what I want to do, which is going to be specking into the animal husbandry first, and then moving into the agriculture if we need it to supplement our food economy, and then move into culture so that we can start researching faster. The big goal of this game is by turn 120 you want to produce this wonder of the world, the pyramids, and it costs 1.5 million production points, and you also have to have it researched in the tech tree, so you've got to research some stuff beforehand. And we'll go ahead and go through a couple more turns here. I was about to say we're probably going to see some danger here in a second, so we get these little decisions every once in a while, and this is basically saying there isn't like too many people that would migrate to us, and their culture is pretty different from ours, so it would basically decrease our culture growth. We're pretty early on, and we're already going to max cap here in a couple of turns anyway, so I'm going to go ahead and deny these people refuge here. And let's see, how many more turns until we get another? Okay, only one or no, next turn we'll have another tech point that we can use to get our stuff going even faster. I think we'll do yeah, I want to be able to start pumping out tech points faster. Even though it's warning us that we have low food, we're fine just as long as that there stays below about 10%, and even then we can still get still have combat encounters, which kind of sucks, but you know, oh well. So moving into turn 9, we can research another tech. I'd say, yeah, we're going to be doing this animal husbandry more. We're going to drop 5 out of here and put 5 into this. Go ahead and drop another one. We're getting closer and closer to the population cap, which makes me kind of glad that we didn't take in those refugees earlier. So dynasties come every several turns. Well, not several turns, probably every couple dozen turns, and they all have different little this and that boons that they give. This one's known for their peaceableness, so we basically get 10% more food, so we're going to be growing it even faster. So the next research we're going to be doing is probably the population limit, because we're going to be hitting that very, very fast. So barbarians are attacking. Probably being our best bet. Shoot. Well, we're going to take a hit at either way, so let's go ahead and just fight. And hey, what do you know? We got to keep our land, and only 3 of our guys died. And because we participated in combat, we get a strength bonus for the rest of the game. So it's kind of best, if you're not going to shy away from combat, to never shy away from combat. Well, I guess for as long as you can help it. Sometimes you get fairly unlucky and have to participate even when you don't want to, but oh well, that's life. So alright, I just wanted to make sure I had all my ducks in a row before we move to the next turn. So we're at exactly 10%, and I still want to do the mud brick construction. You know what, I'm gonna say fuck. You know what, I'm gonna go with no, and I'm gonna put another no. Fuck. Let's do advanced stone tools. I kind of am trying my best to spread out my tech, because this is like a useless redundant tech to continue researching whenever you can get the next one in the sequence. So if you see me pass over something and you see that I obviously need food, just know that I'm kind of like aiming for the long game here instead of the immediate short game. Anyway, we're moving into turn 13 now. Seems like we've got quite a bit of danger, and I still don't think that we can construct anything. I'll have to... Okay, well, you know what? That was probably a good call, me going production instead of the actual population buff, because now I can already go ahead and start feeding points into that production, and once we hit 80, which will be about the time that we can research that tech, we'll be able to build the mud brick houses. So, just want to make sure that I don't jump the gun on anything. We should be fine. Not withholding any outside influences like getting invaded. We should be okay for the next couple of turns. So we found a rare resource, diamonds, and now every person that works in this culture land will get 0.5 resources more that they make. So basically we're going to be researching even faster now, not only in the early game but in the later game too. So we just got the next tech, and I'm going to go ahead and put it into... I've been putting off mud brick construction long enough. Next turn we'll be able to construct those houses with the number of production points that we have, and just like that our population cap went up like a ton. So basically about you know, 5 times more than what it was before. So just trying to math out what, keep this under 10% basically, and the next couple of turns should be smooth sailing, not withholding if we get invaded or something. So plus 30 farmers, that would be pretty nice. I just want to make sure there's nothing else that I want. Yeah, we'll go ahead and go for farmers. We're not even close to the cap on that, but and I'm gonna keep everybody working on their other stuff. What's this building at? 400? I guess that's fine. 7.4, we can put a couple more guys into food. And then as time goes on, because our population keeps growing, of course, I'm sure you've gathered that our production and culture will go up too. So, nearest enemy settlement has weak defense. If we attack them now, we have a chance to win. Their wealth is medium, their lands are medium, and their aggression is low. So, They weren't aggressive to us, so reducing the threat there wouldn't reduce it very much. We can loot them, which is what I'm thinking. I'm not sure what that gives us, but their lands would give us more lands to a random profession that we have here. But we're just going to loot. And hey, we got our production points boosted by 51, and we got 1 science point. And because we participated in a quote-unquote combat, we got our strength went up too. So hey, it's like we almost reduced the threat. So now, let's see, +1 production point for each worker. I don't think so. Probably, I don't really want to do the barracks either. Shoot. Maybe, you know what? Yeah, let's go ahead and let's do the barracks. And then I can drop some, whoops. I can drop some guys to make food. Alrighty. So then we can pass a couple more turns. How close are we? Okay, 1 more turn and we'll have the next tech. And I'll go ahead and put another point into that. And just like that, we have all of the introductory techs researched now. So as soon as we hit 4,000 to 3,000 BC, we'll be in business. So let's keep going here. We're at 9.5, 1.3, and I can put some guys into production, which is probably what I'll do here for the next couple of turns, because it really doesn't do me any good to very little produce our food whenever we have the potential to get our production up some. So at 400, I'm not sure if you guys gathered, we'll be unlocking the barracks, which will give us the ability to move most of our guys into the fields if that's something I decided that we wanted to do. We're almost maxed out on production over here. Okay, war between distant countries brought many refugees, so there's tons of them, and their culture is a little different from ours, so we almost assuredly want to accept these guys. Our culture is decreased by 30% for a couple turns. That's a-okay. We'll just put most of these guys to work for us. And the culture hit isn't going to be too bad, especially because we just got a population buff from it too. So let's see, we're getting our threat up a little too high, and I want 2 workers over here in the production. And okay, we're looking good. So now we can go into tax. Now I almost have to research a redundant tech here. I think what I'm going to do is, damn, I definitely don't want to do that. Fuck. All right, let's put it into cattle. I guess we'll specialize in cattle this game, which is what I did the last time that I played too. But oh well, it's a safe little bet to specialize in one kind of food. We're almost maxed out on all of the stuff that our guys can work on too. But I'm hoping that we'll be below 4,000 the next time that we get a tech point, and then we'll be able to research one of the big boy items or techs. Alright, so we assimilated all the refugees, and now we get normal culture again, and on top of that we have 50% extra strength. Damn, I really got to think about what we're going to do over the next couple of turns. Hey, on the bright side, we shouldn't have to worry about being invaded for a little bit, so that's nice. And then I guess we'll just pass 1 more turn. We're at 4250. What do I think that we should build? Maybe we should build... Yeah, see, these only give 5 more production slots. Probably whichever one of these give me the most production slots. Okay, farming maximum plus 100. I'm alright with that. I don't like idle hands are the devil's playthings, but you should put your people to work as often as you can, because just having them sitting around doing nothing doesn't do anything for you. So I could probably keep this lower, but okay, so we got a rare resource, which is a new kind of livestock. So our meadows will now, everybody in the meadows will now produce 0.5 more resources. It's kind of crazy how lucky that this run's getting. A lot of times in these kinds of games runs, I get incredibly lucky whenever I am recording. So now we got a second dynasty coming in. They're known for their diligence, which means that we get plus 20% production. So that's probably what we'll focus on this this next little dynasty period is production. So now we have the ability to do tax. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to pass one turn without researching the tech. I'm going to pocket it if I can. I think in later games you can't, but this game... Okay, so we're in 4000 BC. So the enemies are more dangerous. You'll see they got a buff to their strength, but now we have the ability to invest in better tech. So this is population plus 1,000. That's probably what I'll put into. Yes. And then maybe animal breeding for the second one. Okay. I just wanted to make sure that all looked kosher before I went on with it. And then we'll just keep putting the excess people that we get into the fields. So now we have veterinary medicine, which we can move almost... Well, we can move at least over half of our people into the pastures. Okay. So now we're getting 8 population a turn. We're doing fairly well. We don't have to worry about a population cap for a little bit. Dangers being kept in order. Maybe culture we should put points into next, because production seems to be doing pretty well. What's the next thing I can even produce? Oh shit, we can... If I have the technology of cattle... Do I have that? Oh yeah. Hey, what do you know? So, as soon as we hit 1,000 production points, our population is gonna boom like crazy. So, there's a riot. A bunch of people are revolting against our rule. They want to return to the old life. Maybe bribe. There's a lot of people revolting, so let's try bribe. So 10% more food consumption isn't really that big a deal at all. We can pretty well stomach that. I want to focus on culture next, because as soon as this hits 1,000, which will be in not too many turns, we'll be getting a ton of food. So, and then we got another tack point already. So, I'm looking at what we can build later on. We're at turn 48 right now, so we're a little bit over the third of the way there. I think we'll do... let's do copper working. That's kind of a safe bet. We won't have to worry about it right this very second, because I still want to spec points into research just to get a leg up on it, but... Now we can produce our pasture, or our corral, I guess. And we can move the... a bunch of our farmers into the corral, and I'll go ahead and even us out to just below 10%, and then we'll pass a turn again. So barbarians are attacking now. They want to take land in the fields, which is probably this bottom one. They're strong, so we're gonna pretty well have to fight these guys, and we lost 18 people, which kind of sucks, but we got a strength increase of 5%, so, you know, it sucks, but it's not the end of the world. We got copper weapons we can research here, which I don't think we'll be doing. How are we doing on... We're doing alright. I was wondering how we was doing on job room, which we have a fair bit of room. The next thing I should probably worry about is probably getting enough people working in the... working with the animals. So I'm going to go ahead and move most of my, well actually all of my farmers over to the pastures. And okay, we're at 10.1%. That's not great, but that's okay. And then I can go ahead and put a ton of people now into the culture down here. Now subsequent turns, for the time being, I'm going to move them to the pasture, because we're already going to be getting more tech than I know what to do with. So I wanted to make sure that we weren't going to hit the population cap anytime soon, and it doesn't really look like it, so, and I don't think I can produce anything for a minute, so we're going to go ahead and, we'll do the increased food, even though it's kind of useless for us. We got a population, buff, and it kind of, The issue with having so many techs at once is that sometimes, like, my focus is spread too thin to be able to specialize in anything like we need to do. So for the sake of keeping it simple for myself, I'm just going to invest in a tech that isn't really useful right now, but will be useful later. So now we can go ahead and keep passing the turn. So we're at 283. Basically every 2 or 3 turns I'm getting another tech, so that's good. And we're at turn 53, so we haven't even hit halfway there, and we've already got a bunch of tech researched. I'm just looking around here. I guess if I get another tech point, I could almost put it into animal or veterinary medicine one more time, and then into the stone brick, and then I can finish out the rest of the research for this era. Okay, so we're looking at raiding the enemies one more time. They don't really have anything good, so we'll just loot. We got some production points at least, and our strength went up, but oh, you know, we didn't get anything too good out of that. And I'm thinking, yeah, we'll go ahead and move people to warship. Do I have the capability to build a... I was looking to see it building the next building. We might... Do I have polytheism? Oh yeah, I do. So I could spec into that, I guess, if I decided I wanted to. But I'm gonna go ahead and stick to the plan here and open up more work slots out in the pasture. Yeah, so we're gonna be raking in the population points, and then subsequently it's gonna increase our production and our culture too. So that's good. Just having more population in general is just like incredible. I'm gonna go ahead and preemptively buy into stone brick too. We're almost at the halfway mark, and we're getting so much population. This run is going way better than the last run I did. I lost by 1 turn in my last run, so this is maxed out. Our pasture's maxed out, so I can go ahead and even out, or I guess top off these other areas too. Keep our resource income a little bit even. So I thought I had a plan. Maybe the marketplace, or the smithy, or strength. Or do I want more? Fuck it. I'm getting a little bit drunk with power on this pasture, but I feel like it's going to be like kind of what slingshots me into winning this. So two-headed calf was born. Oh, it's in green text. So our priest has interpreted this event as a bad omen and demanded make sacrifice to gods. How much cattle are we ready to sacrifice? None. 5%. Okay, the gods were dissatisfied by our sacrifices. Minus 5% growth of food, culture, production, and strength. That's permanent? God damn. Alright, well, I've been punished for my pasture hubris, I suppose. I flew too close to the sun. Fuck. Oh well, we're still... We can kind of outdo that. So, we can fight or cheat. I'm going to go ahead and fight since we got the population numbers for it pretty well. And we'll get our strength up. What do I want to put points into? I guess the marketplace next. Even though I really should have probably put it into production, but oh well. Move on to the next turn. See, how are we doing on tech? Basically, 2 and a little bit more turns every time I'll get a tech point. So that's done and topped off. I really should probably just put it into production because I think we're about to hit another population cap if we're not careful. So, alright, turn 64, a little over halfway there. Go ahead and top off this, and then go ahead and finish up our field. So we need... Well, the temple won't get constructed. Fuck. What can I build next? Whoops, I hit the wrong button. Tech. That's what I wanted to see. So next turn we can put into metallurgy, I guess. That'd be okay. Even though we'll be maxed out on production slots because of the increase of population, but that's okay. Or maybe we won't be, actually. We'll be close. There we go. And then we'll have the chance to build that temple here pretty soon too. Let me see how close we are on that temple. And that'll give us 100 job slots and will give us the tech that we need to not really concern ourselves with the job population cap. Alright, so we can go ahead and research the next tech. Is there anything that needs irrigation? I guess not. Oh yeah, the boat. That's another thing I wanted to research so that I can make the wharf soon enough. I guess that'd kind of be worth it already, even though I don't... I mean, this is already going to get immediately capped out on population, but that's probably a dumb decision, but we're already about to hit all, like, complete population cap on everything. Bellicosity, now that's a word I've never heard before. Plus 20% strength. Well, shoot, I even need less people to defend my fucking realm now. Oh well. What is like the next thing I'm going to research? Maybe I should do, well, fuck. Maybe production next would be the smartest idea. Go into production, or yeah, production. Give myself more production slots so that I can get this ship built quicker. I kind of fucked around and went redundant. So a famous prophet has come to the city, like to share his knowledge with us. There's a possibility that the sage could turn us the wrong way. Be careful. You know what? Yellow and green. That's like warning and good, so we'll take it. Shit. We'll need a long time to recover. Minus 20% culture growth. Fuck. I need to stop accepting this sons of bitches. Well, I guess everything's full, so we can go ahead and pass. And we just hit the population limit. So, and we got research ready and the buildings. Let's go ahead and build that temple I wanted to. What's the next thing that I could build? The smithy, which I do have the ability to build because of metallurgy. I guess we go ahead and do that. And I can start putting points into the production. When can I build that metallurgy exactly? In 23,000? Okay. That's not great, but I can deal with that. I really don't like that we hit the population growth limit. I'll have to put another point or two into uncapping that. I should have had the foresight to realize it, but that's okay. So now we're uncapped, and the next thing I'll probably get is this veterinary medicine to continue to increase our growth. And now we have the temple open, which I think I've had open for several turns now. I just haven't noticed because I'm a dunce. Okay. We're still doing fine. One more turn and we should be able to research another veterinary medicine. I think the only thing I'm missing from this era is, well, two things. Copper weapons and ore, but I mean, we're doing just fine on most of that stuff, so I'm just gonna go ahead and go back into growth. And that's maxed out again. And we're doing just fine. The Great Drought has begun. Fuck. Minus 10% food production. I guess that's okay. I can build the smithy now, I suppose. And we're maxed out on how much threat that we can handle at once, so. And our production's huge. What's the next thing we can produce? Ah, the marketplace. So 3 or 4 or 5 more turns. Okay. I'm just looking at everything I have here. The era is about to change here in about 2 turns or so. And I don't think do I want to research? In preparation for the new age, I'm just going to go ahead and research the bronze weapons. Okay, so now we're into the next era, and because I researched that, we're just below that cap there, so that's good. Or the threat limit. We're doing okay on tech. It'll be about 2 turns. At least we have access to the next bunch of tech. So what do I want to invest in? Probably animal breeder. Did that give us... I can't remember if that gave us any anything passively, like production per worker, but... So I'm going to go ahead and drop most of the production workers, and then we'll restaff this as we get the population returns from the pasture. So we're getting... Ah, fuck, 500 a turn? Shoot. I didn't even think about the fact that we'll be population capped here in just a sec. And we don't get another big population uncap until Code of Law, so I'll probably almost assuredly have to buy into another stone brick, but that's alright, I guess. Do I have the ability to get the next writing? No, I don't have the ability to get the next one if I run into it, which is alright, I suppose. Alright, so when do I get the next tech? Okay, one more turn. Alright, so we developed in the Temple Land new territory, which basically means that we now have room to add more people to it. And I'm going to go ahead and raise our population cap because we need it kind of desperately. And we're coming down to the last little stretch here. We've got, you know, about, I'm horrible at this kind of math, but like 35 more turns, I think. So, these last couple of turns we kind of need to slow down and think about what we're going to do as we do it, so that we don't accidentally screw ourselves over in the end game. But I still think that we're mostly fine. Let's see what we get on the next tech. Oh shit, we're not in the tech yet. Probably monotheism is the next thing that I need to research. We're filled on production slots, so I guess we'll go ahead and do that. Monotheism. So only another turn or two and we'll have it maxed out. And we're already almost maxed out on population again, but I need to work my way down towards this Code of Law, so at least I can be productive while I'm increasing my population cap. So I think we're good to pass one more turn. So we're almost at the population cap. We'll go ahead and buy the library, and we'll go ahead and buy the Code of Law. And so just like that, our population cap has been doubled, and we get a lot more tech per turn. So I'm thinking the next one, maybe we buy one more into monotheism and then wash the rest of this. Probably focus into production, I guess. Oh shit, I didn't fill out that, but that's okay. Bellicosity is that strength one again, so we can put even more people down in our production areas. Yeah, I wanted to do monotheism one more time. And then maybe actually I'll do pasture. Should I do pastures? Yeah, let's do pastures. Oh, hey, the harvests are good. So we're getting 10% more food. I guess we'll do, like I said, the pastures one more time. I'll go ahead and move most of my workers over to it so that we can have the population increase. Okay. So, yeah, we're good on that now. It'll only take us a turn or two to restaff this religious building, for example, so. Now we got tax. What, I guess bronze working should be the next thing that we work on so that we can start getting our production up for the wonder, because that is coming in 25 turns. We've almost hit our population cap again, but that's kind of okay, I guess. Population limit plus 20,000. We'd almost never have to worry about population again. I can see the wisdom in researching that. So we're flush on everything else for right this second. Is there another building I can build eventually? The plow? Nah. The mine from bronze working, that might be good. And walls. Okay, I guess that's all kind of like a later thing. First I need to... Oh fuck, barbarians are attacking. I mean, this is gonna suck no matter what way I go. The fields? Is it worth forfeiting that land? Let's see. We got enough turns to recover from whatever happens, but let's try to flee. Okay. Wow, we avoided any consequence? What the fuck? They didn't even take our land? Alright, whatever. I guess what we could do is put... Do I want to put one more into... yeah, let's go ahead and do that. I'm going to put one more into this, these guys up here in the pasture. Now, the reason I did that is because the next time we hit the population cap, the entire population cap, I'm going to, consider that the amount of workers that we'll have for the rest of the game. I don't think I'll increase it anymore unless I kind of can talk myself into it for some reason, but I think 35,000 is at that point in the game. I really shouldn't be focusing too hard on like we should be building this last wonder. So I just want to get my eyes on everything real quick. Let's go ahead and do the mega structure. Go ahead and research it. Now we need a bunch of production points, which is kind of okay. We'll just do I have bronze working right now? I do have bronze working, so I'll start putting people as soon as I cap out the pasture. I'll start putting people into production, and it's just warning you 20 more turns are left until the end of the game, so we'll try and win before then. I think what I'm going to go ahead and do is put points into bronze weapons, get that little safety boost here, so I can go ahead and start putting people into this production. And I do need to see how long until we can get the mine open. Alright, so another 2 turns for that. We should be a-okay. What the hell is this? There's a lot of people, their culture is different. Hell no, get out of here, rats. We're too close to the end to have anything drastic happen. I just want to make sure that I don't fuck up anything too bad here at the end. Let's go ahead and just, yeah, increase how many people can work on this. And in 3 turns or so, we should be the complete max population. So, and then I can go ahead and build this mine, put even more people to work out in these mines, and we're coming up. At this rate, we should win a little bit before turn 120. But I'm trying to not like make it a wash or anything, but I do want to win a fair bit beforehand. So I'm going to go ahead and just put a bunch of points into production. So, and just like that, we hit the population limit, so I can go ahead and drop these guys just to the point that we aren't starving. There we go. Move these guys to this production, and we can build. Do I want to build walls? Not right now, maybe later. Yep, we're doing just fine on everything still. We're still well on our way to winning. We're pretty much just riding out a bunch of these last couple turns. A drought has come, so we're going a little bit low on food, but that's alright. I can just move people from in our town out here. And we have the ability for more tech, so I guess we'll just go ahead and increase the population. And yeah, we still only need 1.5 mil on that to win, so we're one more turn and we should win. I guess I just kind of want to make sure we're all good. We're almost finished, so we should just construct this and win. Hey, look at that. We got 4 out of 5 stars, and we built the wonder of the world, and we just won this game. So, hey, that was pretty cool. I hope you guys enjoyed this short little let's play like I did. This is probably one of those that I've earnestly really enjoyed, even though it was so short. A little bit of a compact let's play. But anyway, you know, I don't think I've ever won this game before, so that's kind of cool to actually see the victory screen and see I did well enough for a 4 out of 5 stars. Like I say, over the next couple of weeks, we're going to see a couple more little short flash game let's plays. I'll still be putting the same amount of work into them, but just not nearly as much time. Just in preparation for the lore videos and some bigger let's plays that I'm doing later on down the road. So anyway, I'll see you guys in the next video. Later.